Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's class, we're taking a quick look at how to file your employer annual returns for 2023, which is also called the Form H1, in just 20 minutes. So stay with me. Okay guys, so before we go into the nitty-gritty of filing and all of those things, let's quickly take some time to understand what this employer annual returns is all about. So you remember that if you're an employer of labor, you are mandated by the law to deduct PAY, which is pay as you earn, from the salary of your employees and remit to the government on their behalf. Now, this Form H1, which is also the employer annual return, is a document that you file at the end of the year. So for 2023, you're going to file it by January. So you file it on an annual basis. So it is a document that you file that shows information about the gross emolument, statutory reductions that you made from your employees, right, in a particular calendar year. That is what the employer annual returns is all about. What is the statutory provision? The statutory provision for filing of employer annual return is backed by Section 81 of the Personal Income Tax Act. You are mandated to file your employer's annual return. That is, it is you coming to show the government that, oh, for 2023, this is total amount I paid to my employers, this was how much I deducted from them, this was what I filed for them, right? It's just a way of you being accountable to the government as to what happened in that area of payee. Then the third thing is, what is the deadline for filing? The deadline for filing of the monthly PAYE is quite different from the deadline for filing of this annual Form H1. The deadline for filing of the monthly PAYE, just for the sake of mention, is the 10th day of the next month, following the day in which the PAYE was deducted. So the PAYE for January should be filed before the 10th of February, right? Now, the Form H1, the annual employer return, is actually, the deadline for it is 31st of January of the next year. So the employer annual returns for 2023 should be filed on or before the 31st of January 2024. And if you fail to file it on or before 31st of January 2024, you're going to amass a penalty for yourself. You amass a penalty of 500,000 naira if you are an employer. Then, okay guys, now that we have a fair knowledge of what this Form H1 is all about, the deadline, penalties and all of that, let's quickly take a look at what are the information that I need if I want to file my Form H1. The first information that you need is, you need a taxpayer ID of all your employees. You need to write to your employees. If they don't have a taxpayer ID, they need to go to the website of whatever internal revenue service you're using and create a taxpayer ID for themselves. So the first thing you need is the taxpayer ID of all the employees. So the second thing you need is the development levy receipt for 2023. The development levy is 100 naira per employee. So you go ahead and pay. If you have 20 employees, it means you're paying 100 naira times 20. That's 2,000 naira. The receipt of that development levy, you need it. The third thing you need is your business premises receipt for 2023. Your business premises receipt for 2023 is, the amount you pay is 10,000 naira if that is your first time of registering, and then 5,000 naira for renewal. So if you have paid before and this is just your renewal, you are going to pay just 5,000 naira. So you need the receipt to show that you've actually made that payment. Then the fourth thing you need is the receipt of PAYE payment from January to December of 2023. So all the PAYE that you've been remitting on a monthly basis, you need the receipts. You need to go and find the receipts and keep it. The fifth thing you need is the consolidated payroll for 2023. So you need your payroll from January to December 2023. Then you consolidate it into one single file. Then the fifth thing, or is it the 16th? Sorry, the 16th that you need is your withholding tax payment receipt for January to December 2023. So the withholding tax that you've been deducting from your contract staff, from vendors, that enterprise that you dealt with, that you've paid, you need the receipt from January to December 2023. Then the last thing that you need is your proposed payroll for 2024. So you need a breakdown of how many staff you propose to have, how much you pay them, and all of those details. So these are the information that you need to file your annual returns. Let's quickly take a look at some of the frequently asked questions. I'm sure you might have one of these questions in your mind before now. So the first question is, do I need to file for exited employees? Okay, if you need to include employees that have left your organization when filing your Form H1, yes, you need to include them, regardless of whether the employee has left or not. So far they were in your payroll for that particular period. So far you deducted PAYE for them in that particular period for that previous year. You need to include them in your filing. The second thing is, do I need to file for all states in Nigeria? Now this is very tricky. if I own a company that has employees in just Lagos State, I don't need to file from H1 for all the other states in Nigeria. I only need to file from H1 for that state where my employees are resident, which is Lagos State. But if you are a company, or if you work in a company that has like employees in different states in Nigeria, so you have employees in Lagos State, you have employees in Oyo State, in Abuja, in Kaduna, in different states, then you need to file from H1 for those states where they are residents. So if you don't have an employee residing in Ondo State, you don't need to file from H1 for Ondo State. Is that clear? Then the next question is, how do I file for employees who had salary increment during the year? This is very interesting. So I mean, it's very normal that companies do like salary reviews during the year. So all you need to do is you need to get the payroll for. So let's say there's a staff called BC, and she had the salary increment during the year. All you need to do for that particular staff is get the payroll from January to December, look at the gross pay for January, gross pay for February, March, April, May, add everything together to get the gross pay from January to December for that particular employee. The PAYE as well, add the PAYE that you paid for her on a monthly basis from January to December to get the PAYE that you paid for her on an annual basis. It's that straightforward. Okay, so now let's get right into the e-filing. Okay guys, so now back to the important part, which is the e-filing. So the thing is, I need to state that there are some states in Nigeria that don't have like online platforms where you could file your form H1. Why do I keep stuttering? Where you can file your form H1. So you probably have to like walk into their physical office to get that done, get the form, go with all the files that you need and all the details that they requested for, right? But the information that you need is still basically the same from state to state, right? But there are other states like Lagos State, Oyo State, Kaduna State, Rivers State, Kano, Edo, Kogi, Rivers, Zamfara, Plateau, I mean Anambra, a couple of states like that in Nigeria that have like online portals where you can just go ahead and file. So for the sake of this tutorial, we'll be using the e-tax, the Lagos State Internal Revenue Service online platform, the e-tax platform, to explain how you can file your form H1. So stay with me. Okay guys, so to file your employer annual return on the e-tax platform, that's the one for Lagos State, all you need to do is go to your browser and type in etax.lirs.net.login, and it takes you to their login page. Okay, so once it takes you to their login page, you'll be required to input your username and password, and then you come into the portal. So the first thing I want us to do is that I want us to learn how to pay the development levy, because without the development levy, if you have not paid the development levy, you cannot go ahead and file your annual return. So let's say you have 20 staff. Development levy for one staff in Lagos State is 100 naira. That means you need to pay 2,000 naira as development levy. So you come here, you come to this top left, this right corner, sorry, the left corner. Come to this left corner and come to this home icon which has payments. Go to generate/pay bills. Once you go to generate/pay bills, select your agency, which is the agency for your particular company. So let me just use anyone here because this is just a tutorial. Select the revenue. What are we trying to pay? We're trying to pay development levy. So you click on development levy. The currency we're paying is naira. What's the start date? January. Okay, January 2023. We're paying for January to December 2023. January to December 2023. Be very careful when you're picking the dates, so you don't select the wrong date. I don't know why I'm struggling with this. December. So I'll just change this to December 2023, right? Then the amount that we're paying. Remember, let me just re-emphasize, it is 100 naira per employee per annum, like per year. So it's not like 100 naira BC for January, 100 naira for BC for February. No, it is 100 naira for BC for January to December. So if you have 20 staff, you're paying just 2,000 naira. Now this 100 naira business levy, that is how much that I know that is being collected in Lagos State. You might want to confirm for other states where your employees are resident, right? This is for Lagos State. So the amount we're paying here is 2,000. Once we're done putting the amount, the next thing you want to do is click on generate. Once you click on generate, it's going to generate a payer a bill reference for you. Then you can go ahead and make the payment and download the receipt. You know, I told you one of the things we need is the development levy. Now once we're done with the development levy, the next thing we want to do is we want to get the business premises. So let's say we want to pay our business premises. We will come here, select the agency, still aggregate I'm using. What are we trying to pay? Just come here, business premises, right? Naira, pick the start date. The start date is January 2023 and the end date is December 2023. How much are we paying? So if this is your first time of paying, you are paying 10,000 naira. First time of registering, you're paying 10,000 naira, and then subsequent years you're only paying 5,000 naira. So you come here and put in 5,000 naira, and then you click on generate, and there you have it. You generate your bill reference, go ahead and make your payments, and you have your receipt. So you have your development levy receipt available, then you have your business premises receipt available. Once you have those two receipts available, then we can proceed. It's now that we're done with paying the development levy and the business premises, the next thing we want to do is go right into our form H1 and then go and fill it. So you come to this corporate returns on the left corner, click on corporate returns. Then it shows us the year in question. So the year we're filing for is 2023, right? So we'll come here, select the returns type. We come to, so there are 4 things that you need to file. The first one is your schedule returns. The schedule returns is just an Excel sheet that shows like details of all the payment that you made over the years. So that, remember earlier I told you that you need your PAYE receipt from January to December. So this is where you would need those information on your receipt, your business levy receipt, your development levy receipt, and your business premises receipt. So let's start with the first one, schedule returns. Let's click on it. So we'll go to download templates. Let's open it. This is what it looks like. Let me expand each of the columns so we can see what is there. Okay, so the first thing we have here is your development levy. Remember that you must have paid your development levy before you even say you want to file your form H1. So what is the date of payment? Let's assume we paid our development levy today. So you come here and put 10th of January 2024. What was the amount that you paid? You know the assumption we're using is 20 staff, which is 2,000 naira for Lagos State. What's the receipt number? So that receipt number is, you would have it on the receipt that you downloaded from the e-tax platform. I don't have a number here, so I'll just put 000. What's the period of payments? You can say 2023. You're paying for 2023. Business premises as well. When did you pay your business premises? Let's say we paid it today as well. How much did you pay? I said 10,000 naira. That's the first time of registering. 5,000 naira for renewal. So we're assuming we're renewing 5,000 naira. Receipt number, I don't have anything, so let's just put 0 here. Period of payment is still for 2023. Then you come here and write your PAYE, and then drag down till you reach 12. I think that's up to 12. I'm not sure. Then when this PAY, each of them is for each of the months in the year. This is going to be for period of payment. This is going to be for January 2023. And then you drag down February 2023, March, April, May, June. Okay, so I think this is more. This is what we need. So the receipt, when you paid your PAY for January 2023, I told you that you need the receipt. The receipt that you got, when was the date you paid the PAY for January 2023? Let's say you paid it on the 9th of February 2023, right? How much did you pay? You put the figure there, whatever amount it is. Receipt number, you put the receipt number there. You do the same for all the months. The PAY for February 2023, just paste the details that you have on the receipt for February 2023. When did you pay it? The PAY for February 2023. How much did you pay? Receipt number. You do all that, populate all this, and then you save. Once you're done saving, you come back to this page, you choose that same file that you've populated and you upload. That's that about schedule returns. Now let's move on to the next one. The next one we have here is annual returns. So for annual returns, you are going to consolidate your payroll from January to December. So let's open it and see what it looks like. So this is, you download the template here. Let's open the template. Okay, so it's opening. So this is what it looks like. First, okay guys, so I'm sure you are enjoying the tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I just want to please negodu, I beg, Biko, I just want to plead with you to please click the subscribe button. Like, it means the world to us if you subscribe to our channel. Now when I say subscribe to our channel, it is absolutely free. You don't get to pay anything to subscribe. It is free of charge. But then when you subscribe, I mean, what are the benefits? When you subscribe to our channel, you get notified whenever we drop any educative videos like this one. You'll be the first person to get notified, and then you learn and then you enjoy. Then aside from that, it's just your little way of thanking us for the effort that we put into making these videos. I mean, these videos sometimes take us hours to create, to edit, to research and all of that. So please, the least that you can do to say thank you is by subscribing to our channel. Thank you so much for your support. I honestly appreciate. Okay, so let's get back into the tutorial. Thank you. So let's say you have 10 staff. You start by putting the surname. Let's use one staff as an example. Let's say you have a staff that is Perpetual Badejo. The surname is Badejo, right? What's the person's first name? Perpetual. Okay. What's the middle name of that staff? Anunual. What's the designation? So you put it there, whatever the person is. This person is an accountant. What's the nationality? Nigerian. If the person is a Ghanaian, whatever nationality, you put it there. Number of months that the person worked with your company. So this is for people that are asking, what if somebody left during the year? Do I need to file for them? Yes, you need to file for them. This is where you indicate that the person did not work for complete 1 year. So let's say the person left your company in June. It means that they worked for 6 months. So you put 6 months here. Development levy for each staff in Lagos State is 100 naira. You put the 100 naira here. Gross income for this particular person. So you go to your payroll for January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Add the gross income for that person from January to December. You can always use the VLOOKUP to do these things, or use the pivot table. So you put the figure here, whatever the gross income is for that person from January to December. Now remember that this particular person, Perpetual, did not work January to December. She only worked January to June. So you're going to add a gross income from January to June. So once you get the figure, put it here. The chargeable income as well. A chargeable income from January to June, add it together. Chargeable income from January, for February, March, April, May, June, sum it together, put the figure here. Your chargeable income is, I hope you know what your chargeable income is. Your chargeable income is that income that you base your tax on. Your annual tax, which is the PAYE that you deducted from their salary, the annual tax that you paid on their behalf for January, February, March, April, May, June. You remember this person works for 6 months. Add the PAYE for those 6 months together and put the figure here, whatever figure it is. The person's taxpayer ID is very, very important. That's why I said one of the things you need is your taxpayer ID for all your employees. Put the person taxpayer ID here, N dash whatever it is, right? The staff phone number, put the person's phone number here. The staff email address, put their email address here, and the staff address, put their address here. So you're going to do the same thing for all of your staff. Right, all of your staff, whether the ones that have left or the ones that are still in the company. So far you paid them or you remitted PAYE for them in that particular year. You're going to do that for all of them. Once you're done populating this, it might take a while, but it shouldn't take so long if you use some Excel formulas to do this thing. Once you're done, you come back to this same page and then you choose file. You go back and choose that file, the annual returns file that we just populated. You upload, and that is it. You're not paying anything. The third one you need to worry about is your projection returns. So your projection returns is you saying that, is you just forecasting how much you think you're going to pay, how many staff you think you're going to have in 2024, which is the next year. You know, you're filing for 2023 now, which 2024 is the next year. So you're assuming how many staff do you think you're going to have this year, which is 2024 already. How much PAYE you think you're going to pay, whatever thing you think. Just projection. It's just a projection. It doesn't, I mean, at the end of the year, it doesn't have to be this exact thing. People can leave your company anytime they like, right? So you download the template here and then you open it. So it's very straightforward. Put the surname of all the staff that you think you would have, that you have now, or the ones you want to add. put their other name, their designation, the nationality, the gross income that you think you pay them, their phone number, their email address. That's simple. And then you go ahead, save it, and then you come back here. You come back to this portal here and you upload it. Come to choose file and you upload it. That's that about projection returns. Projection returns is just you forecasting how much you think you're going to pay your employees in this particular year, right? It could be wrong, it could be right. Just project, just to give the tax people an idea of how much to expect from you. The next one you have is the withholding tax returns. So let's say you deducted withholding tax from some of your contract staff or some of the people that worked with you. Let's say you had like enterprises that worked with you in a particular month and during the year, and you deducted withholding tax from their invoices. You need to now file for them, right? You must have paid that withholding tax, but you need to come and show us. You come here, download the template, open up. So you need the receipt of all the withholding taxes that you paid as well from January to December. So what is the date of payment? So let's say the date of payment, you paid the one for January and February. Let's say February 2023. 20th of February 2023 was when you made the withholding tax payment for January. How much did you pay for whatever it is? Put it here. What's the period you're paying for? This should be January 2023. Receipt number, you must have that in the receipt you downloaded from the e-tax portal. Put the number there. Number, put it here. You must have gotten that from the Tax Pro Max portal. The type of withholding tax. I mean, we have withholding tax for contract, we have withholding tax for rent, dividend, different things. Whatever withholding tax that you paid for, put it here. Let's say withholding tax for contract, put it here. Withholding tax on contract, put it here. And then you do that for all the withholding tax receipt that you have. Do that for all the withholding tax receipt that you have. Go ahead and save it. And then you come back to this page, choose file, you attach the file, and then you submit. That is that about that. You are done filing your employer tax return for 2024. Sorry, for 2023. Yeah. Okay guys, so there you have it. All you need to know about filing your annual returns, your employer annual returns for 2023. I hope that with this information you can quickly go and file your annual returns before the deadline. So let me just go through this and make sure that we covered everything we had here. Introduction, information required, frequently asked questions, and that's that about it. So please don't forget once again to subscribe to our channel. If you have anything, any tax accounting related topic that you like us to do a tutorial on, please, we are open to that. Go to the comment section and let us know. Thank you so much. See you in the next one. Bye bye.